Okay, we're going to do artificial communications versus organic communications. Organic communications sound out of mouth. Organic communications has frequencies, derives from frequencies, which frequencies derive from energy. Organic communications is usually in the now, always in the now, never in the past, never in the present. Whenever you're speaking to somebody, it's frequency to frequency. And it's everything, like when we speak about this tree, the tree has frequency. We name it. Name is an idea. Ideas are just made up to exist for us to communicate about the organic reality. So we call that a tree. We call this a bush. And it has many shapes. That tree has many shapes. It might be a different kind of species of a tree, but it still has many shapes versus the other tree that has many shapes. But shapes do not have frequencies. Elements have frequencies. That goes back to energy, which has frequencies. Just because it has a different shape does not mean that we still don't call it a tree. So a tree is a tree no matter what shapes it has. Now this is artificial communications. This is what we call a sign, a stop sign. And when we look at this, this does not have frequencies by way of communications. This sign is metal, which is frequency, which derives from energy, so that's real. And the paint or ink that's on this sign, and the bolts and the metal thing that's holding it up, that all derives from frequency and energy, and therefore that's real. But the patterns and or the shape of what we call an STOP, and what we've been taught STOP, we've been taught as far as that being artificial communications, that has thought and sound, but ultimately shapes do not have frequencies, shapes do not have sound. So that's why it's artificial communications, because nobody's talking to us. I'm the one that's speaking right now, and as I read stop, the stop sign is not speaking. I'm the one that's speaking. Where organic communications is always frequency to frequency based, where this is frequency to something that doesn't have frequency. It doesn't have thought or sound. And this is important to understand because artificial intelligence requires artificial communications and artificial measurement systems, whereas organic intelligence, the organic reality, does not require artificial communications or artificial measurement systems. So if we're going to use this stuff, we need to understand what we're using, just like if we're going to use a gun, we need to understand what the gun is, why the gun is, and how the gun is.